quarterback to not bring this out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Always fun to get a peek at Brady as he gets in place to command this offense for Tampa Bay.
What I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
And frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. The defensive guys were coming over, teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him. They really want to play well for him.
He's got a first down inside the midfield, and he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 20. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And shutting him off down open field. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. And the Bucs are going to be set up with a first and goal as running gets it down to about the 40-yard line. Given 4 on the carry there and second and goal. On second down, it's Jones. Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone, they do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves. Stick it in the end zone on a running play.
Bradley Pinion, the kickoff for Tampa Bay.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Packers take over first and 10. At their own.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a first and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they'll drop here to throw. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete. And it's second down.
Complete. He was covered by Antoine
To throw again. Rodgers over the middle, and it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. It's third down.
Brings up third down and 10.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third play was, the down distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that.
They were keeping that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and then unlikely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football, got to him, and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Powers through again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. Easy to go on the first one.
Yes, they're going to go to different forces. I think the conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when, if Matt's having a great game, you've got to get the ball from his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And when he does that, taking it, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackle.
9 yards to pick up there in the first down.
Again, 9 yards. First down.
On the delay, Jones. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Kenny Clark.
The last one got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. That's because the defense in front. They won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage to cut their spot. That's the acting of it.
He's got Adams. And he's going to have a box first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Brady to Evans that time. First down, Tampa. Out of shotgun. It's McCoy. He's got the first down inside the 10. That is into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. 22 yards. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
Yeah, both drives are impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure that you're hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try to get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
A couple yards in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So breaking it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They've been outplayed early, no question. They're 14-0 already. As they come up first and 10. A pass there over the middle to start things out. He's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at the yard. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
They're giving some different looks here defensively on the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 5 yards is a pickup there as that extends this drive. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Oh, that was dangerous. Thrown into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
Second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing again. Rodgers. That is incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of first down marker.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Well, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 18 more yards there and another first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with his second touchdown here in this first half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Their own 21-yard.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here. Or an inability to bring any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And they'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
They really need to get something going, didn't they? They punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them. Provide a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Rodgers on target there to Lazard. And he taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the play as the Packers have the first down as well. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Gives this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's going to get down to the 33-yard line here. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He's going to air one out. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
He was covered by Antoine Winfield.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. And again, it's Rodgers. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
6-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points now ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all. Think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And what we love down the concession on every t-shirt that's been printed in football, it says finish it. Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board. Every time they get you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, you're almost in field goal position.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And it's going to be incomplete. Physically playing the football there, and it's second down. Evans once again the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. To throw again. Brady again for Evans. This time he's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Buccaneers.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. To Evans on the slam. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And Evans calls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it can totally change the collection of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of sweep kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. This taken in about 4 yards deep. Not wanting to risk anything here late in the half. They'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Final shot before half for Rodgers. In double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. So we've come to halftime and due to time constraints. We move you forward in today's broadcast at the beginning of the third quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And this carries into the end zone, and the half will begin with a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time was a pretty one-play and interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first game and get the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. First and 10 at the 41-yard line. Rodgers now on first down. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And we take it down, but not before it gets into enemy territory. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. First down carried by Jones. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They said they haven't been able to get him going and establish the runs. I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pull their ears back and get after it, man.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job of limiting that and keeping it from a first down.
Stopped him in his tracks. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. I have a theory about it. You want to hear?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history, and you'll find that they were big-time athletes. All along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Right now, those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Again, it's Jones. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32.
It's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scotty Miller, 68 yards. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
Point after.
This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that is going to have a all big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half is getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Now Pinion with a kickoff honors following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. They'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the hook last time. They hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they don't hit him because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if the offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. This will be a Packers first down as the tackle made at the 43-yard line. Now what a first down pickup of 8.
At the 43-yard line.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Lewis has it, the tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
I think it's okay that they didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily, put it out, and then the other targets aren't open.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. The left side completion to Jones. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it will result in a fresh set of downs.
46-yard ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. He'll get it to the 40. Broken tackle there to get some extra yardage. 3 quarters have come and gone. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Again now throw with Rodgers. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they can continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Rodgers to throw once more. And that is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And Adams has it complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers will get this one into the hands of Lewis. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
Rodgers again now. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
With that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. It's pretty symptomatic of what we do all game on that, isn't it? Tonight down this big in the fourth
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Brings up 3rd down.
Brady gives this one out to Jones. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Again, idea. Let's get racing to the airport again in this game. It's going to be a post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to give a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front that made a lot of space. On the counter, here's Jones. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced this ball game.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat in the clock and get at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
I'm trying out there the Packers getting ready to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, dump the ball away, get yourself set on defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take your top and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
margin of 24 yards there. Nice play.
49-yard line.
Rodgers now first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. And that'll bring up second down. Throwing again. Rodgers. And it's complete right side to Funches. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Face of 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking for Funches, but it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue that you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They go again to McCoy. That's a room to mark. Pushing tackles aside, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because in a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 more there, and another first down.
First down, Buccaneers.
For the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use in the final stages. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter play. On second down now, it's Jones. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
An extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. They're about set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost, it was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and then we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys are just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.